Hello, my faithful YouTube Appalachian Trail followers. This is Concussion update number 4. I was hoping not to give a number 4, or that number 4 would be from the trail, but it is not. Today is 2 weeks since I fell and cracked my head on a rock, and I am disappointed and frustrated with my body's healing process, or the timing of it. I try to change that brainwave when I start getting negative about being slow to heal, and just be grateful that it's not a lot worse. I was not unconscious, I didn't need stitches, and at least I am moving in the right direction. I am just frustrated. So my symptoms persist. I had just 2 trial hikes over the last 2 weeks, and each time I turned around after 2 miles, and I always hiked with somebody. I was with Pop. And the reason that I turned back each time was that I was feeling okay before we hiked. But then as we walked and my heart rate started, my blood started to, or my heart started to pump, I could feel the throbbing in my head that matched my heart rate. And it was pretty painful. I fell right on the front, but it feels like there's a band. If I, took both of my hands and just put around my head, like a band right over my eyebrows and into the back, and it feels like it's just squeezing like a vice. And the back of my neck, relatively new, and I noticed it just a couple days ago, when I turn too quickly left or right or down, that's always a big one. My neck, but I hesitate to say neck, but it's right the base of my skull, where my skull attaches to my neck, like right in that little area. It's very painful. If I just turn slowly like this, I'm a little stiff, but it's okay. Or if I look down, but when I do it quickly, it's jarring, and that's concerning. The lightheadedness seems to be subsiding a bit. It's not gone, but that's getting better. So one other thing I forgot to mention that is a symptom that was concerning me, especially the other night. I had been sleeping with 2 pillows since I fell and went to Pop and Lolly's trailer, and so it was kind of slightly elevated. But the other night I only had 1 pillow with me, and I lied flat, and within about 20 minutes my head was pounding like crazy, and I could feel it. It felt like my heart was going to pound out of my chest. And I took my blood pressure 2 or 3 times over the next hour or 2, and it was pretty elevated for me. So I started keeping track. I took my blood pressure the day after I fell, and like every 5 or 6 days I've taken it, and it's been higher every time I take it. So I'm now at Angelica's, and I don't have a blood pressure cuff, but maybe I'll go to Walmart or something and check that. But in any case, yeah, my blood pressure was pretty high for a little bit there just the other night while I was lying flat. So I don't know, just take me out back like they do with a lame horse and shoot me. Honest to God. I have opted not to continue to hike at this time. I'm going to, I just mean right now. It's been 2 weeks, and I'm hopeful that this weekend I'll head out again. So I am here at Angelica's house. She's a girl that I met last year. She and her fiance were section hiking and raising money for a charity. And we leapfrogged for a whole day as I was approaching Clark's Creek, which is a video you saw yesterday. It was actually the day before I left the trail. We saw a rattlesnake, and and then we just stayed in touch via Instagram and Facebook, and now we're friends. So I'm very grateful that she invited me into her home here in Pennsylvania, and so she's taking good care of me. I've been resting really well, and it's a very comfortable home with 2 awesome kitty cats, so I feel really comfortable here. So I will update you again. My goal is to be hiking this weekend. The thing is, I'm in Pennsylvania, and it's very rocky, and actually the next section that I'm looking at is that scary climb up Lehigh Gap, which is very rocky, and I don't want to be lightheaded doing that. So it's possible I'll just kind of push forward past those rocks when I get out there on the trail, just to make sure my head is on as straight as it's ever going to be, and then go back and make those up. But I have to be honest, I hated even skipping up to Pennsylvania. I have it in my head that to through hike, I just have it in my head that I wanted to start at Springer and end in Maine, just like many people, or most people. And I've already had to mess with that just by jumping up to Pennsylvania. So I don't like the skipping around part. I hate it. I don't even like walking southbound. It feels like I'm erasing the miles. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm just cranky and not feeling happy about the way that this hike is going. But you know what? Life doesn't always go in order. Life doesn't always go smoothly. There's always obstacles. And frankly, I could quit, or I could have quit at any time last year and this year, and I haven't. So screw the neat and tidy through hike. I will find a way to do it my way, or the way that my body is forcing me to do it, and it will be what it is. But it's not today. This is the 26th, I think. I don't know. It's Wednesday, and 2 weeks since my fall. Wanted to update you. I'll stop rambling now. Catch you later.